to cloud. Hi, welcome everyone to our X39 review with testimonial. I have myself here tonight and Kathleen Nichols. Kathleen, I'm so proud. She has today rank advanced to senior director, which the reason this business is happening is because the patch is helping so many people and the business is just in momentum. And so we're so proud of you. With that, tonight we have Jennifer Matthews online and we're going to hear her testimonial tonight. And you know, Jennifer is healing from ulcerative colitis. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but my guess that is in the colon. And I know when the colon doesn't function, it super hurts and you don't absorb well. And if any of you have ever had colon or bladder issues, you will relate. You know, we take for granted when our food processes and we detox and we eliminate. And when that doesn't happen, it's very, very painful. So tonight we're gonna go ahead and hear Jennifer's story. And then Kathleen will come up and talk a little bit about how the X39 patch works, how the business works, and how you can get some. And we'll be 30 minutes. So with that, Jennifer, why don't I ask you a few questions, which is, you know, what is your story? What's your life like before X39, and how did you find X39, and what's been going on now? And if you want to just unmute yourself, you can just tell us a little bit about your story.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I'm currently recovering from huge surgery. It's been 7 weeks, and I had a 30-year battle with ulcerative colitis, which is sort of in the family of Crohn's disease. It's either Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. The only good thing about having ulcerative colitis is that apart from Crohn's, is that with UC, the cure is major surgeries like I had, where Crohn's is really not a cure. I'm lucky that I got cured, but it was brutal. And so it was a 29-year battle, but pretty much the 25-year battle I managed with diet and health and nutrition and supplements. But then when my hormones started changing and I started going into menopause, I'm 53, the ulcerative colitis went out of control severely, and I lost nothing worked anymore. So long story short, I had to have ostomy surgery where I had to have my entire colon removed this past December. And before that, my dear friend Sean Zook was sort of raving about the patches, and I wanted to try them. But and she was kind enough to send me a bunch and try to help me heal. But at the time I was so sick, I wasn't really responding to much. I was down to baby food, actually, and I couldn't even eat that. So I had the ostomy surgery in December, and then afterwards, through my healing, I started using the patches a bit, and then I hurt my foot, but I wasn't convinced on the patches yet. And then I hurt my foot a few months ago, and I started putting the patches on my foot, and it was really remarkable how it went from like, you know, screaming 9 pain to like a 3 or a 2 or even gone. And I'm like, how is this happening? These patches, wow, Sean's onto something, you know? And then I had to go for another surgery. So 7 weeks ago, I had to have the remaining surgery where I had to have my rectum removed, and they had to take muscle from my leg to close it. So it was another huge surgery. And so the patches have been remarkable because during my recovery, my back, I had developed other body issues because I had to lay down all the time and things. So my back has suffered. And so through my recovery of the last 7 weeks, it's just been a miracle. The patches, like, sometimes when my back is killing me in a certain area, I put it on the area where it hurts the most. And I'm telling you, it went from like a screaming 10 down to like a 2, you know? So I'm really, I told Sean, my God, it's like I love these things, and I need my fix to keep going. So it's great stuff, and I really believe in it. But I'm one of those people who went from, I was a little skeptical at first because it wasn't helping me at first, but I realized it's because I was pretty bad off. So anyways, now I find them to be quite a miracle.
So when you say, and thank you, Jennifer, for your story, I have questions. So just so I understand, when you, so it's not Crohn's disease, but this ulcer colitis, it eats up your colon because of these little pockets in your colon, and you don't absorb food and they become infected. Is that kind of what that is, just to understand?
So it's that's more like diverticulitis, but good. That's, you know, good insight. But actually, it's an autoimmune disease, and it started low down when I was 24. It's just proctitis. With ulcerative colitis. It starts in the rectum, and then it slowly over the years will get worse and worse, where eventually it grows and ulcerates through the entire large intestine. And so it's like a rogue genetic, you know, that's why, like, the what is the foundation for Crohn's and colitis? Oh, well, maybe that's what it's called. But anyways, there's a big foundation for Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. They're in the same family, but the thing is ulcerative colitis attacks the large intestine, where Crohn's disease tends to attack the small intestine. So with ulcerative colitis, when you remove the entire colon, it just leaves you with the small intestine, and that's where we absorb all our nutrients, is in the small intestine. So I'm lucky that there was a cure for me. However, my life has changed. I do have a pouch, meaning, you know, they divert a little piece of the small intestine out through the belly, and then it releases the stool into a pouch. And so I have to empty the pouch about 8 times a day. And so I don't have control over when stool comes out, and it's a different texture, but it saved my life. So it's just a genetic thing. My great grandmother had it, and a number of relatives of mine along the bloodline had it. So unfortunately, I think I got it the worst of them all.
And when you say it's ulcer, is it like it cuts the colon and it just opens, and that's why you have to pull it out?
What is that? It's the microbiome. It has something to do with the way that the immune system. It's something about the microbiome in the large intestine, and the immune system sort of sees it, the microbiome, as like an invader, and so the body goes to attack it to protect it, and in turn it's attacking itself. Wow. And so what it does is that it inflames, and so it's, unfortunately, it's you know, it's like an extremely inflamed intestine, very swollen, very inflamed, and yes, it ulcerates, and unfortunately it bleeds. So I I had a mess on my hands for a lot of years. Now, you know, I had some years of remission, but as I got older, every year it got worse and worse until it just became a nightmare. And I'm so blessed with the miracle of modern science. I have been cured of it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be here now. So.
Wow. What is that? Thank you for educating us. You know, what we have found, Jennifer, as we've been helping people with the X39, is we're learning about all sorts of different
Marcy, are you there?
I think we lost Marcy.
Okay, I can take over till she gets back. Hi, Jennifer. So we lost Marcy, so I'll just continue. So I believe what Marcy was going to say is that we've just been really educated in all the different, you know, conditions that people can have. And so I had the pleasure of talking to Jennifer. We kind of know each other through some Zoom calls that we do, but I had the pleasure of talking to Jennifer last week. And really what I felt from her story was, okay, so she went through this, you know, huge ordeal for 25, 29 years, got the surgery, and then Jennifer you were cured from the colitis, but then you had all these, you know, pains and aches and all these other consequences from being in bed and all that. And then that's when you found the patch to do so much pain relief for you. Is that accurate, or?
Yes, yes. And, you know, sometimes I'll call Sean and say, well, where should I put it? You know, like, should I put it under my, she says, put it under your belly button for more energy, because through my recovery of my surgery, there are days where my energy is very low. And so I put it there, and it was really amazing. Within, it was about 10 minutes later, I felt like this zing. And then I did start to have a lot more energy that day. So, but also, you know, if my back, sometimes I'll put it on the general spot that you guys recommend, but honestly, I put it more on pain spots, because I'm dealing with different pain spots right now because I have to do recovery, physical therapy to get my body back, you know.
So, and I'm back as well, Kathleen. So I have another question. Jennifer is so fascinating. Let's both ask her questions right now, Kathleen. But my other question was, how long have you been after surgery? You got your surgery when? In December? When did you have your surgery?
Okay, so I've just gone through 3 major surgeries. The first one was December 23rd, where they removed my colon. And that was a huge surgery. That was tough. It was like I had to go into combat, basically. So that was a tough recovery. It took me about 5 months, but unfortunately, and the remainder that was left in there it wasn't doing good, so it had to come out. So 8 months ago, I had the ostomy surgery, and 7 weeks ago, I first had the rectum removed, and then another surgery. 3 days later, the plastic surgeon came in and did the leg, and so they had to, yeah.
And so when did you start the X39? Did you have it on your first surgery, or have you just started wearing it for the second and third surgery?
Well, I didn't. So yeah, the second and third surgery. So right before my surgery, 1 month before my surgery, I hurt my foot. I stepped over a root and it messed up my foot, and I was terrified I wasn't going to be able to have the surgery. And it was tough. And so I'm like, oh, I'm just going to put these patches on my foot. I'm going to try this patch that Sean keeps talking about. So I put the patch on the wounded area, and I went from like really a lot of pain down to very little. And I'm like, oh my God. So it was really, it started about 5 or 6 weeks before my big surgery 7 weeks ago. So I guess you could say in June, I really started seeing the amazing effects of the patch.
Wow. So it's really helped you with pain and the recovery from the second 2 surgeries.
Yeah. So before my second 2 surgeries, I hurt my foot. I started to realize how great it was. And then after my surgeries, yes, I put them on, I moved them around. In the last 7 weeks, I moved the patch around. I'm pretty much at the end of my patches. I'm double and I'm up now. And they still work even on the second try.
So are you finding that you're patching in the area that you had the surgeries to help the recovery of the actual surgery and the inflammation from all the surgery? Or are you finding that is healing on its own, and you're patching like your lower back and your foot and your knee and all the kind of other things that are hurting as you are like in, you know, laying down all the time to try to heal from surgery, or both?
I did both. In the beginning, I was putting the patch along my leg. And then other things started springing up that were difficult to deal with on top of the surgery, meaning my back pain. So now, right now in my recovery, I am moving the patches around depending on the day, where I have pain in my back or my foot, generally between my back and my foot.
Wow. So, you know, we just really want to thank you, Jennifer, for coming on and sharing with you your journey and, you know, helping us understand what some of these autoimmune diseases are doing to your body, and how X39 can help relieve the pain, the healing through it all. And thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. And we really appreciate that.
Yes, so welcome. Thank you.
Kathleen, do you want to come and explain to everyone how this patch is working and why it has been so helpful for Jennifer in the last 8 weeks after her two surgeries?
Yes, thank you so much, Marcy. And thank you so much, Jennifer. Again, you just touched my heart, sweetie, and I'm so glad to be connected with you. And I can't wait to continue to check in on your results and just have our fun, heart-centered connection we have going on. So thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you, Kathleen.
And so what Jennifer's yes, thank you. So what Jennifer's talking about is this X39 stem cell activating patch. And you can see it looks like a little Band-Aid. And the way you wear it is you put it on the back, like Jennifer was talking about, sometimes on CV7 or right below your belly button. So those are the two recommended places, but honestly, any spot will do. Like Jennifer said, she puts it actually on her point of pain and she's getting relief. So you put it on for 12 hours. And that's when it activates the stem cells, and then you take it off, throw it away, and then you have 12 hours off. So it's 12 hours on, activating stem cells, 12 hours off, and that's when the stem cells that have been activated are now going to go and repair and regenerate. So that's how you wear it. And what's actually in it is amino acids, organic crystals, and salts and sugars, right? And then it's imbued with a frequency, a wavelength. And when then that touches your body heat, then it's going to activate it and it's going to tell your body to produce GHK copper peptides, which does many, many things. It heals organs, it heals linings, it's an age reversal, it's a natural occurring peptide in our system. And one amazing thing it does, amongst all those other things I just said, is that it activates your stem cells, it produces new stem cells, and it resets your old stem cells. Within the first 24 hours of wearing the activating stem cell patch, you're going to actually experience 3,000 to 4,000 genes being set back to a younger expression. So that's really remarkable stuff, because at age 35, about 50% of your stem cells have gone away. And then fast forward to age 60, you're looking at about 90% decrease. So that's actually when we start really deteriorating and getting disease. So at that point, we're really going to use the health benefits of the X39 to activate our stem cells again, get new ones, and start repairing and regenerating our body. So another really cool fun fact about stem cells is that when you get new stem cells activated and they land on old tissue, that turns that tissue new again. Because stem cells are really the foundation and the blueprint of our body. So it's really repairing and regenerating at that cellular level. So when you're wearing the patch and it's activating that GHK copper peptide, and in addition, producing all the new stem cells, that's what we call pluripotent stem cell, which means it's a blanket stem cell. The really cool thing about that is that it can differentiate into anything that your body needs. So it basically scans your body and determines where it needs to go and repair and regenerate first. So it's absolutely body heal thyself. It's a non-invasive stem cell therapy, and it's also non-transdermal, which means nothing's going into your body. It's, like I said again, literally body heal thyself, using that innate knowledge that we have. So prior to this patch, if you were going to benefit from stem cell therapy, you would have had to have an injection, which is very invasive, costs anywhere from $3,000, $4,000, even $10,000. Kind of with a hit and miss result, like maybe 50%, and very invasive. So again, this is the non-invasive activating patch for stem cells. We have it about 1.5 years now, and we just got our US patent, and we got that about 3 months ago. It's super exciting, because really what it said is, wow, we agree, the patch does what it says it does. So we submitted, we submitted blood work to the patent office, and that was so demonstrative, saying that, yes, the patch does it. They gave us the patent in a short year's time. Typically, it takes 3 to 4 to 10 years to get a patent. So we're really, really excited about that. And the other thing is some people feel something right away, but other people it takes like 30 days, maybe a little more to feel something. And the reason that is because possibly it's going in and working on an internal organ. For example, you know, you might have a diseased liver and it's working on that first, and it's really working to push the old inflammation out. So we didn't feel the liver getting diseased and we're not feeling it heal. Although, like I said, within the first 24 hours, it's absolutely working and resetting those genes back, 3,000 to 4,000 of those genes, I say, back to a younger expression. So people are experiencing all kinds of things from A to Z. I mean, you heard what Jennifer experienced. I've experienced, you know, a lot of pain relief also. It's also, you know, helps my daughter with her anxiety and depression that she was suffering due to some issues. And so it really is helping and healing on, you know, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual level. And people notice better sleep, they're more joyful. I noticed that one, a huge container of joy keeping me like elevated. A lot of energy, mental clarity, pain and inflammation. Again, that's Jennifer right there. A lot of reduction in wrinkles and wound healing and you know, age reversal, enhanced sports performance, all kinds of things. And that's actually just in the beginning what we see happen. However, I've been on this for 8 months now, and I can tell you I've seen testimonials from A to Z that is doing a myriad of all kinds of other amazing things of repair and regeneration, and also that age reversal. So here it is, the X39 stem cell activating patch. And so I'll tell you a little bit about the business. We are 15 years old, so it's really cool because, yes, like I mentioned, our patch is brand new, just a little over a year, and then it's married with a 15-year-old company. So that gives you really a lot of stability. We have a great customer service, a great distribution system. As a matter of fact, we're in 100 different countries. We have 80 patents. We have 80 clinical studies. So it's really a solid company with a brand new healing revolutionary technology. So that kind of allows you to understand the timing as far as the business if you see that vision. So a couple of different ways you can get it. We have a customer, you can come in as a customer, which is $99 wholesale, and then you just agree to do the auto ship and really receive it for at least 3 months. We really recommend a 3-month trial basis. That's when your cellular healing really kicks in at 3 months. At 3 months, I literally healed from accidents that I had in my 20s. So 30-year-old accidents of mine were healed at 3 months. And so we really recommend that 3-month trial. So with that being said, we have kits that really tailor you for that. And that would be the silver kit, which is a 3-month supply. And you can get that for $2.99 with shipping and handling. And then after that, you can like stair step up the other kits as you need products. So the other really kit that we like to highlight is this, the diamond kit. And that's $15.99. And that is a 19 sleeve. So that's when you're like, whoa, I see the vision of what everybody's talking about, really want to share this healing with the world. And then you can come in on that. So, and then there's also the retail, which is $150. But we stand behind our product so much, we actually have a 30-day money-back guarantee for distributors, and we have a 90-day money-back guarantee for customers. So David Schmidt, who's an amazing inventor and creator, the company is privately owned, and that he is at the helm. Like I said, he's the inventor and creator. So he is so absolutely involved in really a collaborative culture that he really offers that money-back guarantee, and people are just, you know, receiving help on all levels. So if you like what you hear, I just really want to invite you to get with the person that invited you today. You can also check out startx39.com. On that website, you're going to find a little more science and some testimonials and stuff like that. So with that, I think I will send it back to Marcy, and she can close us out for this evening. So thank you.
Kathleen, thank you so much. Thank you for explaining the business, the product. And Jennifer, thank you so much for your heartfelt testimonial. I saw all the chats. I mean,
people just really were moved tonight on what you've been going through and how you're healing and that you're living. And so congratulations to that. And we are so glad that the X39 has helped you during your process of recovery from all those surgeries. And we just feel really blessed that you took the time to share with us your journey. With
thank
that,
you, Marcy.
yes.
Thank you so much.
So with that, thank you all for coming tonight. Tomorrow we do have another X39 testimonial interview, and that's Friday at 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern, and Friday will be a celebration. We have some new folks who are moving up in leadership in this company in less than a year because the patch is working, and so the business is moving because we're helping over, I think our organization now in 1 year has helped over 4,000 families. And with that, we have some new rank advancements. So we will be hearing from new executive director, Bob and Amy Holmesy. We will be talking about Savvy Vargas. He is not able to come tomorrow, but Peter will be explaining how he has moved to executive director. Kathleen Nichols will be here talking about being senior director, and so will Mariah Thomas Wolf. And then Rhonda Donahue and myself will be talking about senior presidential and our 1 year anniversary tomorrow. And of course, Peter No will be talking about what it's like to be senior presidential and his 1 year anniversary next week. So we hope you all join and understand why the business is moving folks into leadership so fast. And so it will be a great call tomorrow. And we thank you all for coming tonight, and we will see you all tomorrow afternoon. With that, thank you so much and have a great night. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.